Perception is a funny thing. Often we sell ourselves on what we see on the surface or on purely secondhand information. The way things are portrayed in the media or by others sometimes becomes the foundation of our ideas and beliefs. Skateboarders are perceived by many as rebels, as troublemakers, as youth gone wild, and sometimes that is how we are portrayed. But that is not true of all of us. It is not the whole story. If one's viewpoint is just changed slightly, if one is just given a different view, maybe something more will be experienced, gained, and learned. That kid zipping down the street on his skateboard has a story all his own, and what some perceive as a public nuisance could also be seen as life being lived to the fullest. Sometimes we just need to look again. The reality is, unless we go out into the world and experience something firsthand for ourselves, we really can't have a well-informed opinion about anything. So I go out, hoping to gain the knowledge to be empowered to make my own decisions. Israel, the promised land, the Holy Land, a land of immigrants, of pilgrims, a militant nation risen from the ashes of the Holocaust. Israel sits center stage in the seething Middle East, where opposing religious ideologies and territorial conflicts continue to grab the headlines. Here in the States, our perception, our idea of the state of Israel is usually secondhand at best. The news is always bad, laden with violence, bigotry, and unrest. But beneath the veil of information is a beautiful country, a beautiful people, and an awe-inspiring history that all people should be exposed to and aware of. What we see on TV, although often true, is only one story. A visit to Israel proves that there are many more. The first time I thought about visiting Israel was probably about 5 or 6 years ago. I got a letter in the mail from a skater here in Israel telling me about the skate scene. First of all, letting me know there was a skate scene. And in that letter, he requested that I come and visit. And I think that's when it first showed up on my radar as something I was interested in doing. And then I started receiving other letters and emails from other skaters here in Israel. And over a course of time, it just became something that I began to feel very strongly about trying to make happen. And the hardest part about actually doing it was convincing the people I work with and the people I'm close to that it was okay to do and that it was safe to do. I think people generally think it's constant war and just total anarchy, and it probably does suffer periods of time like that. But when you start getting letters and emails and having communications with people that live here, you realize that there's people just living normal, regular, everyday lives. And, you know, in my world, being a skateboarder, there's just people here skateboarding. They're trying to build a skate scene. Hi there. Which way? Follow me, Mike. My interest in coming here is definitely twofold. I mean, I definitely came because of skateboarding, but I also had my own personal interest in seeing in visiting the Holy Land and seeing the holy sites. And after a while, these two thoughts sort of became one. And I educated myself enough about coming and felt strongly enough about doing it that I finally made it here.
The city of Jerusalem is one of the most spiritual cities on earth. It is here where three of the world's major religions have roots, and conflicting cultures and belief systems awkwardly coexist against a backdrop of some of history's most monumental events. The beginning of man, the condition of man, and the future of man. They are all here. Walking inside the old city of Jerusalem and experiencing the blending of cultures and the significance of the holy sites is awe-inspiring, and I could walk these streets endlessly.
I would definitely say that no matter where I've been in the world, people are intrigued by skateboarding. Whether they actually see me riding or just carrying my skateboard, people are interested in it. And I think they don't just see it as like, a tool for some sort of sporting or athletic thing. They know that it's different and it's creative and it's expressive. And they come up and they want to know about it and they want to touch it and maybe see a trick or something. And definitely starts a lot of conversations. And especially the way that I perceive skateboarding and the way that I talk about skateboarding, I find that I'm able to relate with almost anybody in speaking about it. And so the skateboard not just is my common ground with other skaters, but becomes my common ground with almost everyone I interact with. That's a pretty amazing thing, something I'm really grateful for.
I didn't expect such a religious and controversial city like Jerusalem to have such a strong and developed skate scene, yet it seemed to exist in spite of everything else. The Israeli skaters' attitude and personality definitely takes into account where they live and how they live. The political and religious climate of the region is always looming, yet these skaters, like their peers around the world, find a way to channel everything into their skating. It is in their skating, and through their skating, that they express themselves and deal with the environment in which they live. Local skate shop owner and longtime skater, Gilli Levy has been a real force in growing the local scene. One of the first kids to skate these hollowed streets back in the 1980s, Gilli has been there every step of the way, fighting for and helping to develop the first permanent cement skate park in the country, and now influencing the local scene through his skate shop and his friendship with the local skaters.
Gilli, tell me about growing up here in Jerusalem.
Growing up in Jerusalem, it's tough.
Yeah?
Yeah, city with a lot of problems, a lot of security problems, a lot of violence and stuff because the conflict, because everything. Nice city, I love it. I grew up here, I opened a skate shop here, but it's still like everyone complains about that kind of stuff over here.
How do you feel about the security problems? How do you feel about the dividing wall that's been built?
It's hard to give opinion about it because like both sides are really suffer.
Yeah.
Like, okay, here we live in better conditions, but I think in Gaza and stuff like that we not realize how bad it is.
Mm-hmm. Well, tell me about skateboarding here. Tell me about growing up skating and getting this park built and what it's meant to you and having your skate shop, the whole skate scene in Jerusalem. What's it like?
It's amazing, first. Like, I started the shop 4 years ago, and I just back from Australia, and I figured that we was really mean to the kids over here. We were skating all the years, and we was shouting on them like, you bother us over here, don't stand over here, and don't do it. And then when I came back, I told myself, okay, this is the time to be nice to them, to teach them something, to tell them, okay, here you can stand because it's not good for us.
Right.
And they was listening to me, and they became to be my friend. Like 13 years old kids became to be my friend. And I liked it. So I opened the shop, and it was like a small club. And then they built an amazing skate park. And we skate here 16 years already, man. I think it's amazing what's going on over here. Like 4 years ago when I started, it was few people, and now there is 100, maybe more around Jerusalem and in Jerusalem. And a lot of people support it, even people who've been skating and quit. So it's a blessing. I like it. I like the place.
That's awesome.
I used to hate it, man. I used to hate it so much.
Well, yeah, but then you know, I think, like you said, when you came back from Australia, you know, you knew you could participate in the skate scene here, and instead of telling the kids to get out of the way, you know, that's good, man. That's what the skate scene needed, and look what's come out of those simple little actions, you know. What do you think about the skate scene in Israel altogether? You know, where does it go from where it's at right now?
The thing in Israel is pretty good, but there is a lot of problem. First, there is not a lot of customers. Like, people don't know the companies very much. In all Europe and America and Canada and Australia and New Zealand, people, it's in the culture.
Yeah.
The clothes, the shoes,
Yeah.
the contests, the events, everything. Here, it's not in yet. And I think the distributions over here need to find a way how to help people get sponsored, because if we want, the kids will keep skating and maybe they will have the dream of to be a professional skater. They need help from sponsors. And I think the shops can do the job for it, because there is not enough customers to sponsor a group of kids, because it's too much equipment.
It starts with reaching out, and I think that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I think it will happen one day.
For many years, I've gotten letters and emails, and you know, it made me think. I want to see what the skaters there are doing, and I want to see what their skate scene's like, and you know, get their perspective on things. And like you said, I mean, for the skate scene to grow here, it needs a little attention. And you know, hopefully we can help it grow. You know, encourage the skaters to keep skating and continue to progress and build the skate scene.
First, you came over here already, so it's already helped. I'm sure it's like other skaters different perspective. I hope a lot of people will come over here, even not a pro skaters, just skaters.
Yeah.
I met a lot of skaters that didn't realize that there is a skateboard in Jerusalem or Israel, and they didn't bring the skateboard with them.
Yeah.
Like, first rule for me, take your board everywhere.
Israel is relatively uncharted in the skateboarding world, and skaters are just beginning to discover this region for the skate spots it holds. Taking a break from skating parks and doing demos, locals Benny Toledo and Boaz Aquino took fellow Element skater Dallas Rockvam and I to check out a wave-like structure that was apparently built for skating many years ago. What's the story with this spot, man?
The story about this spot, I think about 15 years ago, some rich man built for his old son. And from there, everybody forgot about it. And about 3 years ago, some kid from Jerusalem moved to this building, and he realized that there is huge quarter pipe.
Yeah.
So all the kids from Jerusalem and Gilli and all the crew came here, and I think every Saturday there is nice sessions here between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock. And look, it's amazing spot.
It's really cool, man.
Like, it's purple skating.
So it was built for skating.
I think, yeah, but the one who built it, they moved away from Jerusalem, so it's still there, and no one know about it, so no one care.
Yeah.
There is no noise.
Right.
See all the buildings, they are not care. You can skate here every
That's
day.
cool, man. Sweet. Well, thanks for taking us here.
Yeah. You see, it's right.
Yeah.
Lisa and Ohad.
Yeah.
They are fell in love.
They're lovers.
Yeah, and I think a few years ago they wrote the names. So it's called Lisa.
It's called Lisa?
Yeah, Lisa Quarter Pipe of Jerusalem. So everybody knows it.
The Lisa Quarter Pipe of Jerusalem.
Yeah.
I like it.
It seems like at every turn there are skatable elements and possibilities. I'm always amazed by where skating will spring up and take root. And really, I shouldn't ever be surprised. Skateboarding makes sense in Israel. Of course it does.